already. Don't know how this footage is going to turn out yet. I just kind of did a quick little mount of the GoPro. It's actually on the outside of my mask, the shield actually. So I don't know how the angle is. This is just a tester video to see how good a footage this GoPro Hero 5 takes. The audio right now though, I had to be kind of creative with hooking up the microphone as well. So I really don't know how any of it's going to turn out until I review this video later. I hope there's not a whole lot of wind noise hitting the microphone right now. That'd be a huge pet peeve. I bet you it is though. And I'm riding on the Ninja 300 right now, 2015 model. I just got it about 4 or 5 months ago. And so far, I love this bike. It's been a very reliable, very easy to take care of. Of course, I haven't put a ton of miles on it, so it hasn't required a whole lot of maintenance yet. I just kind of make sure I keep the chain lubed. That's really the only complaint that I have on this bike, and it's not necessarily the motorcycle's fault, but I didn't even notice it until I got it home. But my very first day, the chain had rust on it. Not bad, you know, it wasn't like eating through it or anything. It's just, you know, that typical rust color. And go ahead and just accelerate quick a little bit right here. And 72 and a 40 is plenty fast enough. We're going to slow down now. The rust on the chain, that was really my only complaint. I don't think that's inherent of the chain material or whatever. I think that's just because of the way it was sitting at the dealership. It doesn't matter. That's not a big issue. Other than that, I've had no issues with the bike. Maybe a clicking noise here and there out of the motor at high RPMs. That was just after the break-in period, somewhere around the 700 mile to the 1200 mile mark. Through that whole period of time, I would get some clicking noises when I'd be in high RPMs, and then I'd let off the throttle. And it straightened itself out, so that's not an issue as of now. It just made me a little bit nervous. I didn't know why it was doing that. So aside from those two, I guess you can call them complaints, there's really nothing else I've got negative to say about this bike. Very smooth transition, very easy to fling around. I mean, you just look in the direction that you want to go and it goes in that direction. Just the littlest amount of lean and it just goes for you. It's fucking crazy how easy this bike maneuvers. I'm not really sure how many of you are going to know this area that I'm driving through, but I need to definitely slow it down a little bit. I'm going to take another video on my way home tonight from work. My hands are freezing. Don't let that sunlight fool you guys. Granted, it's 50 degrees out right now, 48, 49, 50 degrees. But it is a winter time 48, 49, 50 degrees. This is not your summer air right now that's hitting me. This is freezing cold air. My fingers are, I need to put some gloves on. I have some gloves on me, but it would hamper my ability to operate the GoPro if I need to hit any buttons on it, because the gloves I'm carrying with me are winter gloves, like you'd use for shoveling snow, because I don't have a good pair of riding gloves. That'll be a Christmas present I asked for. If I don't get it, it'll be my Christmas present to myself. Get me a good pair of riding gloves. And let's go right here. Oh shit, now I just stalled my bike. That is the second time that I've done that. I tried to take off in second gear. A lot of the reviews on this bike, they say I don't really know why you even have the first gear, because it's just used for taking off. Well, as you can see, that's exactly what it's for, and if you don't use it, you're gonna stall the fucking bike. So anybody come my way? You are not, and here we go. I'll tell you, when you get on it, It sounds pretty damn good. Oh, and her name is Molly, by the way. My motorcycle. There's a story behind that. I'll tell you about that some other time. Alright, I hope this video turned out okay, and I hope that it's postable, because if it's even somewhat postable, it's getting posted tonight. Hello again. This is part 2 of my daily ride. Of course, I just got off of work, riding the Ninja 300. We're going to go home, and we're going to do some filming during the nighttime. That's the idea behind this, just to see what kind of filming this does. You know, as far as picking up your darks and everything, and see how well you can see. So, I noticed the video earlier. I want to apologize for that, because I did see that I had the wrong angle. And it was pointed down more than it was pointed out. It still kind of is, because I'm in the process of just trying to rig something up until I can afford to buy some, you know, proper mounts and everything for this. So right now it just kind of is what it is, and I do apologize if it's not quite what you're looking for, but I can assure you that in the future it's going to change and I'm going to get it right. It might be a little bit of wind noise this time too. I had to hook it up a little bit differently for the ride home. And we're just going to kind of ride, and like I said, just take a little trip through town and see how good the GoPro picks up the colors, the shading. I might have missed this light. Nope, I got it. So today, work sucked today. It was actually kind of slow though. That was good. I didn't have a bunch of asshole customers to deal with. It's over and I'm on my way home now, and that's all I really care about. It is fucking freezing out, by the way. I've got 3 jackets on, and luckily the jacket that I'm wearing on the outside is windproof. That really helps a lot in keeping the you know, cold air off of me. That's really what it's all about when you're riding a motorcycle. If you can find a way to keep the wind off of you, you're golden. But if you can't keep that wind off you and it's hitting your skin, it's going to feel like needles, and you're going to start freezing your ass off, and you're never going to come back from it. I live in I guess you could call it a rural community. It's a town. I mean, it's not quite a city. If you're not familiar with it, it's not a bad place to visit, but it's a terrible place to live. Once again, that's opinion based only. I'm not saying that it actually is classified as so. You know, you have to watch out for what you say about, you know, places and things these days, because there's so many lawyers, and everyone's always trying to sue somebody, just wants money. You know, earn money the right way. You know, I just got off work. This right here, if I make any money off of moto vlogging at all, is not ever going, it's never going to be a primary source of income. I'm always going to work. Yeah, so I don't know what the hell kind of a rant I was going off on there. I've also, this camera, I've stuck it. I really didn't have a choice. I wanted to test it out today. Now, you know, once again, I'm kind of impatient. I got the thing. I wanted to motovlog with it. That's why, you know, so I'm doing it. But I had to stick it. I had to mount it to the visor. I think I might have said that earlier. If I'm repeating myself, please forgive me. It doesn't hamper my vision too bad, but it is kind of like having like a really thick unibrow. It's right there in the center of the top of my visor, so it's a little awkward. I hope you guys can see what I can see, and I hope you're, you know, hearing things pretty well, like through the microphone. I have no idea if it's, you know, done come unseated or anything like that. And I'm posting this video regardless, you know, of how it turns out, just because I want my viewers to see what I'm going through in the you know, the phase of just getting the GoPro. I want you guys to see the problems that I'm having. The idea behind this is that I want you guys to see what you're going to experience, you know, when you get yours. And it's gonna gotta go now. she'll get up and get going when I want her to. You know, not incredibly impressive past 60 miles an hour, but she gets the job done. It's kind of hard to watch the road and take video on the speedometer at the same time. I just wonder whether or not you can hear her, because she sounds good too. You go ahead, buddy. Good. So I hope it turns out okay. Like I said, just, you know, subscribe, like the videos. This is just the beginning. It's only going to get better as time goes on. And we're done. I am freezing. All right, thank you guys for watching. Like I said, like it, subscribe, please, and you know, it'd be greatly appreciated. And just continue to keep watching for the future.